What's the chow, IBL fans? JosephGames here, and welcome to week 11 of the recaps. And of course, I am not alone.
Fam, Spanik here, and we are here to give you the TLDR of Week 11 of the IBL.
Yes, we are. And week 11, I saw almost all of the teams be be locked into the playoffs. There is still one race that's still sort of head-to-head, but we'll get to that as time goes on. I think that's going to be a really interesting one. But this week is going to be rather interesting.
Oh yeah, it should be, so let's get right into it.
Yep. And let's start in New York, because that is where the playoff saga is going on. The New York Metagross versus the Lawrence Talonflames. The Lawrence Talonflames brought with them Mega Gyarados, Seismitoad, Emboar, Topokoku, Latios, and Xatu, whilst the New York Metagross brought with them Aquilid, Mega Venusaur, Hooper Unbound, Donphan, Nihilego, and Klefki. This was okay. I mean, it's a standard 2-0, but a interesting one nonetheless. Topokoku gets 3 kills. Emboar gets a few kills itself. Emboar did really nicely here. What do you think of it?
Oh yeah, I just like the fact that the Lawrence Talonflames, after getting their 6-game win streak snapped, were able to bounce back with a nice win. Because they didn't let that loss hurt them. They bounced right back with the W.
Yeah, then that's the best way to be in a situation where you take a loss, but you're able to bounce back the next week, and it means that you don't lose any momentum, really. Just a hiccup.
You lose momentum, but not as much.
Yeah. But a good win for the Lawrence Talonflames. Very, very good. I think they're going to be a decent threat for the playoffs. We're going to have to, in the next week's one, we're going to have to run through title contenders as we go into the playoffs, because there's going to be a few people that anyone could win it at this moment in time, I think.
It's anyone's game at this point. It's up for grabs. There's
Yeah.
no clear-cut title contenders.
No. And with New York, the Metagross that is, they're going to have to work a bit more harder, try and get their differential up, and 6 and 5 is still possible to make the playoffs, but it's ever closer between them and their other New York rivals, which we'll get to later on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 6 and 5, it's good enough to make playoffs, but this could come down to differential, and then you got a whole nother spiel going.
Yep. Anyway, let's get on out to the next one.
Remained in New York with the next game. We got the New York Cosmogs up against the New York Excelpika. I'm never gonna pronounce this right. Excelpikas, I think it is. Whatever. Excelpikas packing with them Alolan Ninetales, Mega Beedrill, Entei, Milotic, Salamence, and Alolan Sandslash. While the Cosmogs are packing with them Landorus, Therian, Weezing, Mega Diancie, Decidueye, Empoleon, and Noivern. And the Cosmogs still keeping alive in the playoff race with their 6 and 5 record. They are tied with their New York counterparts record-wise, but diff-wise, it's going to probably have to come down to that in the next week.
Yep, and for the Cosmogs, this is the first of their 2 New York derbies that they are facing, because next week they actually face the Metagross. So that is going to be rather interesting as well. That could literally decide the last place of the playoffs.
Yeah, very well could. Subway Series for the last spot in the playoffs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to find out which parts of New York these 3 teams are representing. That would be interesting.
Well, I know the Metagross, that's based off the New York Mets. They play in Queens. The Cosmogs are based off the New York Cosmos, and I think they play at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. I could be completely wrong on that. So it would actually be a Subway Series.
Yeah, and the Excel Peakers is, I think it's based on the Overwatch team, so I don't think this represents the entire New York.
If it's based off like an esports team, that's probably reminiscent of the entire state. So, yeah.
But this was an interesting, again, Mega Diantse doing amazing work. It's a mon that I'm considering drafting for an upcoming league that I'm part of because of Mega Diantse doing so much work here in this IBL ever since I started seeing it. So this mon is absolutely amazing.
There's a reason that Mega Diantse won MVP in the GBA when Chimpact had it in his first ever season. I forgot what season it was. This mon puts in a ton of work. It has a really underrated offensive typing in Rock and Fairy, and it has really good stats all around. Good speed at 110, same as Latios. And really good mon. It is a really, really good mon.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I will admit, I did like, there was one thing I did like, Decidui. Literally destroyed of Beedrill with Spirit Shackle before it was even able to become Mega Beedrill. It got an instant kill.
Nice, very nice. Very nice plays right there by the Beedrill. Not the Beedrill, the Decidui.
Absolutely amazing. I love it when you can kill a Mega before they even get chance to Mega Evolve into its form.
Especially it's a Beedrill. That thing has paper defenses. You never go hard Beedrill unless you know you're going to be able to take something.
Yep. Anyway, this was a great 4-0 win for the Cosmogs and a very close playoff race this has put themselves into. So it all comes down to next week with this win. Let's get on to
absolutely. That Subway's going to be hype.
Yep. And let's get on to... Speaking of teams that have already confirmed themselves, let's go to this one. The Montreal Milotex took on the Memphis Bewares. And the Memphis Bewares brought with them Mushana, Mega Camerupt, Lucario, Gliscor, Mimikyu, and Greninja, whilst the Montreal Milotex brought with them Mega Ampharos, Blaziken, Porygon, Miss Magnius, Quillfish, and Florges. I must have got my stats wrong with this match. I really must have done, because I swear there was kills.
Yeah, I see on the Beware side, they have Musharna and Mimikyu with deaths. So it just really depends on what Matt got the kills with.
Oh, I see where... yeah, okay. It's not... yeah, there were no kills there were no kills. I mean, Musharna dies to a Healing Wish, which is pretty cool. And a Healing Wish is always one of those risk-reward moves. And, of course, I think Mimikyu died to Recall. So, no kills on the Milotex side.
Oh, so that's what happened. Mimikyu died. Oh. You really can't decide a kill with that, so I guess it both just counts as a suicide.
Yeah, both of them would count as suicide. Recall was... If you died to, like, Flare Blitz and the Mon died from the Recall or Flare Blitz or Brave Bird, it's basically suicide, really. But a good match nonetheless here. This was sort of a turn-up for the Bucks, really, because when you look at form, you'd think the Milotex, but it's a different story, really.
Yeah, well, if on the Milotics, I really don't care from this point on. You're in playoffs anyway. Just bring, like, really anything just to get the games done.
Yeah, I suppose, but, like, there's still time to prove that you got to prove that you're a threat in the playoffs, because although I think the Milotics are, like, the only team from the Sun Conference that actually is one of the serious contenders from the Sun Conference. In the Moon Conference, they're a hell of a lot more closer.
I know, he's been a little slide lately. He'll pick it up once playoffs start.
Yep. It's going to be rather interesting. The Milotex, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do in the playoffs. This was a good win for the Bewares, though, as they are trying to sort themselves out and get some position and have some fun, really.
Playing for pride, the Bewares.
But a good win nonetheless. So let's get on to our next one.
Okay, next game we have the let's go with this one. We have the Portage Herdiers, Soda Monfernos. the Herdiers packing, or Herdiers, however you pronounce it, are packing Bronzong, Gladius, Blastoise, Mega Kangaskhan, Scolipede, and Honchkrow. While the Monfernos packing with them Kyurem, Drapion, Heatmore, Kecleon, Zapdos, and Jirachi. And very nice win here by the Monfernos. This season has not been going their way by any means necessary. And very nice win here against the playoff-bound team in the Herdiers.
Yeah, playoff bounds, and on different. I think on differential they're in at this moment in time, because I think like the Bewares are in. The Bewares are like right behind them, but their differential is too far out to make it in with one game left.
Oh yeah. Also the Herdy. Yeah. But this season hasn't been the greatest for the Monfernos. Getting 6-0'd by a Milotic, that really put a big hamper on his nice Pride win here for them.
Yep, good Pride win. Good. Kecleon did rather nicely here, doing Sucker Punch kill, and of course also, I can't remember what other kill, right? Fire Punch kill as well. So really good Protean Kecleon here.
Kecleon's becoming one of my favorite monsters to use in the format just because of Protean, and it's really, really good SpitF stat. AV Kecleon is so good.
Yeah, definitely. If your league does not allow Protean Greninja, Protean Kecleon is pretty cool to use, but I guess you can also play him. I guess you can also play him two different ways, because Kecleon is a completely different mon, really.
It's more of just a coverage mon, and it has a really, really good SpitF stat, so AV stat I kind of like. But also Kecleon can be used as a rocker. It does get Stealth Rocks, and it does get Recover. It does get Recover as well, so you could use this thing as a pretty bulkier mon. Its Phys Def and HP are not the greatest, but you could really use that SpitF stat to your advantage.
Yeah, good 2-0 win for the Montreal Monfernos, and let's get on to the next one. And let's go and talk about our commissioner. Brendan Brendan of the Marlborough Mudsdales took on the Kansas City Nidokings, and this week he brought with him Lycanroc Dusk, Mandibuzz, Cryogonal, Cofagrigus, Registeel, and Mega God of War, whilst the Kansas City Nidokings brought with them Suicune, Nidoking, Sock, Skarmory, Mega Altaria, and Jolteon. This Cryogonal was amazing. This Cryogonal set, just, oh my god, Cryogonal just literally destroyed of everything with Freeze Dry. Literally, Freeze Dry destroyed of absolutely everything.
Yeah, I don't remember this game too well. What was the Cryogonal? Was it Choice Specs or something?
I'm not exactly sure myself, but I'm from what I can see, it may have been choiced. And definitely, I'm just gonna say this right now. Cryogonal, Mon of the Week right here. Week 11, Mon of the Week.
Yeah, definitely. Brendan, if you're watching this, could you post what Cryogonal's item was? I'm pretty sure it was Choice Specs, but I could be just blanking on this game. I don't even know.
Yeah, this game, well, I mean, Registeel did pretty nicely too with this game as well. Registeel, Flash Cannon destroyed of both Sock and Mega Altaria, which is just weird because I thought he was just going to sack the Registeel to allow for Cryogonal to come in and destroy the Mega Altaria as well with another Freeze Dry, but Registeel was able to do it for himself. Didn't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Special Registeel is really, really something that people sleep on, but it has the same base special attack as its physical attack, which is why you see HP Ice Registeel sometimes, or HP Fire Registeel.
But a good solid 5-0 win for the Marlborough Mudsdales, definitely confirming themselves in the playoffs with a win like that, and also possibly making themselves an interesting threat for the playoffs too.
See this team as a sleeper come playoff time.
Yep. And sadly, commiserations go to the Kansas City Nidokings here with the loss, but still they can still play for pride and have some fun and possibly still play spoil. I don't know if it's playing spoiler with almost all the league sort of locked in at this moment in time, but still pride.
Yeah, pride is really the goal here for these like 4-7 teams.
Also, memes are fun too.
Yeah, memes are also fun to see.
Anyway, let's go on to the next one.
We have the Chicago Cub Chews up against the Miami Marlins. Game battle of the Giants right here. Both playoff-bound teams. This could be a precursor for the playoffs. So let's see what the Cub Chews brought. The Cub Chews packed with them Cartana Sylveon, Mega Lopunny, Metagross, Zygarde 10%, and Rotomosh. Marlins packed with them Mega Aerodactyl, Vikavolt, Tapu Fini, Salazzle, Ferrothorn, and Hydreigon. And like I said, battle of the Giants right here. Two playoff-bound teams. This could be precursor.
Yes, it very well could be. I do want to admit, Zygarde 10% did quite good work destroying of both Vikavolt and Ferrothorn with Thousand Arrows absolutely amazingly. We got 3 kills from Mega Lopunny. Again, Mega Lopunny is an amazing first round pickup if you can pick it up in your league. Definitely one of those mons that you'd probably pick first pick. If you're up first, Mega Lopunny is definitely like right there at the top of the list with like Landorus Ferrum as a first round first pick.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mega Lopunny, I hate facing this thing in League format because yeah, it's kind of one-dimensional. Like you know what it's gonna do every week, but it just does that so well. It's hard to beat it.
Yeah, definitely very very hard to beat it, but it does honestly work. Mega Aerodactyl did a bit of work. For the Marowak. I'm never going to be able to pronounce your name, but Mega Aerodactyl did some very much good work as well for the other team, and almost could have won this off his own rights. Really, the Mega Aerodactyl was nearly there until the very very end, but sadly it could not take out the Mega Lopunny.
Mega Lopunny has a surprising bit of bulk factor. I've seen that set run around, like a bulkier Mega Lopunny. Actually, in a league one time. I faced a Cosmic Power Mega Lopunny. That was fun. But then I took it out with a Scarf Mimikyu.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on out to our final game. Good 2-0 win for the Cub Chews. Definitely, this could be one of our, this could definitely be a playoff match. We could definitely see these two teams again. But I don't know if we'll see this lineup of Mons again. They might need to varietize it, change a few movesets, see what works and what doesn't work, because this is a potential match here.
Yep, definitely for the Marlins, because they took the L this game, so now it's going to be back to the drawing board for them.
Yep. Anyway, let's get on to our final game this week. The Houston Hardens against the Chicago Mamoswines. These two are battling for pride and positionals. Basically battling for 7th and 8th place, really. But let's take a look at what teams they bought. The Houston Hardens bought Gudra, Slowking, Arcanine, Celesteela, and Croc, and of course, Mega Gallade as well, whilst the Colorado Mamoswines brought with them a Alolan Persian, Kieran Black, Alolan Raichu, Mega Pidgeot, Sol Valley, and Moltres. And this one, I would probably say Croc did amazing work here. Croc oh my god, Croc did amazing work.
For the basement. Battle to see who stays in the basement, who goes one above the basement. And it looks like the Hardens are now one above the basement as Crocodile was able to carry them up the first step.
Yeah, definitely did amazing work here. 4 kills. This thing literally destroyed of everything with Earthquake. It just literally destroyed of everything.
It does. You pack Moxie on this thing and then just start clicking Earthquake.
Yep, and this was a Moxie set too, so it's just awesome.
Not much to say about this one. Just Crocodile, just wrecking havoc across the Mammoth Swine's team in this battle for the basement.
Yeah, very much so. Good 3-0 win for the Hardens, and very much needed at this point. And we'll see what happens as we go into the final week of the regular season. Can you believe we're already here?
I can't believe it. It flew by. This season just flew by.
Yeah, it just did. Anyway, so let's talk about we have to mention this, but there was a forfeit match this week. The Aberdeen Azelfs and the Las Vegas Galaders. The Galaders take a forfeit win, whilst the Aberdeen Azelfs will be taking the loss for this week. Sadly, these two couldn't get together and battle for us, which is a shame, really.
Yeah, it happens though. Life sometimes gets ahead of Mons.
But but that comes to an end of week 8. Mons and Team of the Week.
Cryogonal's my Mon of the Week, and my Team of the Week is going to go to the... God damn it, I didn't really think this through. You know what? Let's give it to the Bewares appending the Montreal Milotics.
Okay, so...
A bit of this week.
Yeah. So mine... Again, I gotta say Cryogonal was mine as well, but shout out to the Crocodile for doing amazing work as well. But my Team of the Week has got to go to Brendan. Brendan did absolutely amazing work this week. Solid 5-0 win. Biggest win of differential of the entire week, and just amazing work. So shouts out to him.
Yep, hats off to Brendan this week. Very nice showing by him.
Yep, and we are going to see you guys for the final week of regular season play, those final matchups, hoping that we can see potential spoilers for the playoffs, and of course, also the threat of those last gasp matchups that are still itching away for the playoffs, and I'm still talking about the New York Derby.
Oh yeah, well, or the Subway Series as we call it over here.
Yeah. But a good week nonetheless it's going to line up to be. Anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Of course, go and check out all the other coaches in the comments, in the description down below. Of course, all these battles are in full on their channels. And of course, you can listen to their thoughts and feelings going into it. And you can find out whether this was a Scarf Cryogonal or not from Brendan himself.
Oh yeah, he probably revealed the set in his video, which I just blanked. I don't remember anything.
But anyway, until next time, I'm JosephGames, and for Spanik, we will see you next week for the final week of the regular season. Good night.